Hello, this video is for my viewers that are developing English as a second language and still need slow talking to understand. Thank you for learning and respecting English. I hope this can help you develop a listening skill. I myself speak many languages, but English is my mother tongue, and I have a lot of experience teaching people to speak English from all kinds of different mother tongues. The listening skill is the slowest skill to develop. This is because when you read and speak, you very much so know what you're saying, you know what you are studying, and when you practice with an authentic English speaker, you know what you are trying to say. But with the listening skill, that person is free to speak words that are not in your vocabulary yet. A lot of our listening skills are vocabulary and knowing what the words mean. My listening skill is still my weakest skill in all of the languages that I am developing. But slow talking does help. Since I taught myself how to speak all of the languages that I use, one thing I did when self-developing languages, I would watch young programs like kid cartoons in foreign languages, and it offered me a lower grade of language, an easier language to understand because it is aimed at children. But then when I would watch movies I would more likely choose to watch, the language many times is still too fast for my listening ear. But I do think a lot of it goes back to my vocabulary, because I can have the odd word throw off the whole understanding because I'm only hearing the smaller words in between that I do know. So I know you can understand the importance of the vocabulary in the new language that you are learning. The language you start with has a large impact on how difficult the new language is. That is based on how different or how similar the two languages are. For example, Spanish and English are very similar languages, so those speakers can cross language very smoothly. Filipino would be more difficult for an English speaker due to sentence structure differences. And Mandarin would be more difficult for an English speaker to develop than Filipino because of language differences. English and Mandarin are completely opposite languages. Mandarin speakers do have a more difficult time getting to English than, say, a Filipino or Spanish speaker. And in reference to the same concept, but within India, Malayalam is one of the more difficult Indian languages to learn. And I suspect Malayalam speakers may have a similar trouble getting to English as Mandarin speakers. Hindi translates to English very smoothly. It is very easy to balance English and Hindi as your two languages. But the situation is very different in India. In this theory, I believe Malayalam speakers may have a bit more struggle getting to English than a Hindi speaker. Same can be said for Tamil. Tamil is the oldest language in India that is still fully active today. When you are translating from Tamil to English or English to Tamil, you need to be more picky about how you use your English to make sure you get the result you want in Tamil. You don't have as many issues with the translation with Hindi to English. So I believe that will all make sense to you, and it is very individual. Another difference in India is it is very possible that that individual speaks English, Hindi, and Malayalam. And I think if they did learn Hindi first before learning English, it could have acted as a bridge for them to assist that individual in learning English, since it is all very individually based on your specific language skills. Thank you again for learning and respecting the English language, allowing us to continue to connect the world peacefully. In the end, we just want to be understood, so we need to continue to develop English in this way. English will always be more of a second connecting language than a mother tongue, now that so many people in so many areas of the world have learned English. We also need to preserve or save our mother tongues, because we do not want to lose our mother tongues learning English. But learning English is important. I gotta go. Thank you very much for your interest in my efforts to help improve the language maturity through my linguistic skills. I love you all. Eat good, remain optimistic, and be thankful for your life because it's important to your well-being. Peace and love to all. Thank God again. Sleep well. Good night.